strange story in New South Wales where the police have formally apologised for something that they did when they were trying to have a terrorist training exercise. New South Wales Police has apologised for using headscarves on 2 separate officers playing the part of terrorists during a training exercise after it was found that it racially vilified Palestinians and Arabs.
What?
Honestly, this stuff...
This is the New South Wales Civil and Administrative Tribunal, which, following a complaint to the Anti-Discrimination Board, it was upheld, and they called upon the police to apologise. The police tried to organise an authentic training exercise to stop terrorism. And the would-be terrorists are ISIS, it's not surprising, and ISIS terrorists have a certain look about them, and they tried to replicate that as part of this very important security training exercise. There's a serial complainant. The person who complained about it to the tribunals is the fellow who made the complaint about Sonia Kruger. So he's a bit of a serial complainant. And unfortunately, the New South Wales government buckled. The police minister, instead of telling them, look, we regard public safety is more important than any concern about diversity, and we want authentic, real-life training exercise as much as possible. They buckled and issued an apology which is just appalling. Appalling for police morale, appalling for the principle of having authentic training exercises and doing things that are in the public interest for public safety. It's just an appalling matter, and the New South Wales government would be well advised to have a look at these tribunals, cut out the serial complainants, and most importantly, stand up for the police trying to protect people instead of caving into virtue signalling and pathetic PC.
Well, I agree. I mean, we talk about this. I mean, there's plenty of tribunals where the whole process becomes triggered by a single person. I mean, you know, there's the most offensive ads that are out there where one person ends up carrying on, and it becomes quite the issue. I'm going to get to Matt Cunningham in a second, but just quickly on all of this here, Troy.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think it's strange, isn't it? Because there is such a thing as Islamic terrorism, and we need to point that out. And this is a police training exercise that's supposed to be as realistic and real life as possible, and the idea that some kind of serial complainant can detract police from doing the job that they're supposed to be doing, which is keeping us all safe and keeping crime off the streets, is just beyond me. And the fact that the police even thought that they had to respond to this body
it's appalling.
is strange. And the fact that the then police minister and other government ministers have to back them up is strange. They should be supporting the police and saying the police have nothing to answer here, that they're doing a proper training exercise.
Yeah, Rita, make it brief here because I've got to get to Matt. But, I mean, let's be honest here. Don't you love, you know, the left? When it's Man Monis, it's a lone wolf. When it's Christchurch, it's all people on the right.
Yes, the PM has blood on his hands, as someone on the ABC said. I mean, it's just insane. These bodies... Really, you've got a Liberal government in there. These bodies and their future should be examined, because what good do they really serve? I would question their value to the community. There seem to be a way for people who've got these serial complaints to waste taxpayers' money and to, you know, put people through this process. I think it's terrible.